Tonight on the Omsi 2 news, new speculation has emerged about potentially new routes that will be added into Omsi 2 Addon London. Of course, grounded by Easter eggs within the add-on and some rather educated speculation. In addition, we have some breaking news about the new London Spec buses that will be added as part of the Masterbus Gen 3-pack update, due to be released in, find out in the news. In addition, we also have some news about the Optare Solo. So for those that were disappointed that VHD cancelled the Optare Solo, there's some light at the end of the tunnel, as the new one is in work in progress by a different developer. We also take a look at a new London map that is currently work in progress and will bring to us North London. This map will be free. And finally, we also take a look at Tatra RHD, which was due to be released last week, but due to, as speculated in the last week's news video, was delayed. And finally, we take a look at St. Servan and what the reviewers on Steam think, and ultimately based on those reviews, is it worth the money? This is the Omsi 2 News. I'm your host, Transport Enthusiast. Let's get going. So first of all, Omsi 2 Addon London. So one thing that was noticed in the streams that you should definitely check out if you subscribe to the channel, which I encourage you to, is that the 468 is on one of the bus stop helper signs. In addition, routes 171, 315 and 468 are also on the ICU or IBIS on all 4 buses, which obviously raises the question why these 3 AI bus routes that haven't been mentioned in the add-on are actually in the ICU or in the bus stop helper sign as here. This obviously gives an indication that there is potentially the possibility that the 468, the 171 and the 315 will be added in a future update. However, since some of these routes go further out in the map, it is anticipated that perhaps these routes will be shorter versions, much like the 133, the 59 in game. In addition, Aris was also asked about whether Houston, where the 68 and 59 go to in real life, will be added into the add-on. This is a reply, you never know what 2021 might bring, which obviously is a hopeful indication that potentially in the future we may see Houston added, but obviously it's avoiding a commitment because you never know where life may take you. Okay, and in addition, another thing that probably corroborates the theory that the 468, the 171 and the 315 will be added is the fact that in Addon London, before Reese's 2017 hard drive failure, the 171 was featured as a drivable route, and I'm pretty sure the 468 I've seen somewhere as a drivable route, so that corroborates the speculation that there is a very high likelihood that the 468, 171 and 315 will be added in the future in Addon London. Okay, now let's get to the Masterbus pack. So thanks to Jonathan Holmes in the Discord for posting this in the Discord. So basically here we have a full change log of what will be added in the Masterbus pack. So this is due to be released in January. So I have had a few people ask me when Masterbus is going to update their Gemini 3 pack or the Gen 3 pack to include the London specs, and it's basically January, so next year. It's not too far away. So what we see is what will be added is we're going to have London specs of the Master Deck Stealth, which is the Street Deck Stealth, the Street Deck Stealth HEV, the Street Deck, the B5LH Stealth, the B5LH and the B5TL. There's going to be dual door front destination displays with a desk box type 2. So this is regarding the set bar. There's going to be small stopping lights. There's going to be camera mirrors. So those are like the mirrorless technologies on the 400 MMC. You have, that's the same thing there. You're going to have an overhauled dashboard of the B5TL, B5LH, so we're going to make the bus look completely different. Light up logo to front of the stealth variants, stuff regarding the ticketer. They're going to be fixed some of the issues with the unrealistic styling procedure on the B5TL, B5LH. Overhead buttons acting like switches, wipers, not clearing enough of the drizzle or the precipitation. Let's just check our microphones on. Oh shoot. And then we also have here a lot of different things. What I'd say is, I don't, to kind of save time, I'm not going to go through everything here, but if you want to see this changelog, it's on our Discord server, which you can join, and all this information is posted in the Omsi 2 News channel, so do feel free to join the Discord server. The link is in the description or in the pinned comment. Okay, finally, well not finally, there's still a few other things to get through, but there is also a London map being worked on. So before we had no London map, but now there's also a North London map being worked on. So this is being worked on by LO245, so this was information about this originally surfaced about 3 months ago on the 23rd of September 2020. And what this map will entail, first of all, is route 245. So this is kind of going to be the first version is going to include the 245, and then future versions are bound to have the 182 as well. There's your FAQ, and there's just some quick looks at the screenshots. So that's what the map is going to look like, and the progress so far looks quite promising overall. And this is something that is being worked on in the background, and we can anticipate in some time in the future, all going to plan. There's also some good news for those of you who have been Those of you who had expected an Optare Solo to be released, as obviously VGD was working on that, but as you may be aware, VGD has left the Omsi 2 community, claiming that Omsi 2 is dead, which is an opinion that some may have, some may not, but that's not something that's going to be discussed in this video. But nonetheless, VGD has now moved on to the bus, so he is basically no longer in the Omsi 2 community per se, so that means that the Optare Solo has been cancelled. Luckily, about 1 week ago exactly, December 21st, 2020, someone posted in the web thread that they are working on a Optare Solo. So as you can see here now, the Optare Solo is once again being developed for Omsi 2, and it seems to be in a it seems to be kind of not at the very beginning stage, but it does seem to be kind of progressed nicely. So there is your picture there. So the Optare Solo is back on the box for Omsi 2. There was also, if we go back, I did talk in last week's Omsi 2 news video that Tatra RHD is going to be released, but one thing I mentioned is that I have a feeling it could be postponed due to the fact that some have a very strict upload policy that everything has to be formatted and written correctly, and basically the download got rejected, so this has postponed the release date. The developer themselves are on the Discord server, but they have not indicated when they anticipate this to be released, but for the time being this has been postponed due to that right there. And then finally, just to take a look at Saint Servan. So Saint Servan was released 1 week ago on the 21st of December 2020, and the reviews are very mixed. It's got 66% thumbs up, which is better than Addon London, which is at 61%. And basically, kind of to give you a synopsis of what people have been saying about the add-on is detailed. However, there's some stuff about the bus they've mentioned is that the bus, the texture quality is quite low in some parts. The dash isn't the best looking. It does include a man line city articulate that's been being worked on by Sobol. So that is a plus. That is a plus that wasn't expected to be added in the add-on because there was no mention of it in the description as far as I know, and wasn't even shown in the pictures. So that's always a positive. There are tram tracks along the line, but from the videos I've seen, it doesn't look like there's any AI trams unless people don't have the stage priority set for, which also could be the case. Another thing people have mentioned is optimization isn't great, and it looks like London has better optimization than this map, and there is low FPS areas. So yeah, it is very mixed, the reviews of Saint Servan. And that's kind of it in a nutshell. That's the Omsi 2 news for this week. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on the weekly Omsi 2 news updates. And do join the Discord server to stay on top of all this as well. And if you have any questions, comment down below or join the Discord server, and make sure to hit that thumbs up as well. That's it for now. Until next time.